So next match is Leipzig against Atletico Madrid, and
Leipzig, the dark horses of the league.
yes, dark
Destroyed
horses.
Tottenham.
Seriously, they demolished them, and this clash is quarter-final clash.
Quarterfinals. Yeah, so Simeone, one thing I give props to him is that he doesn't really, he plays according to the team he's facing, I feel.
Yeah, every match is new for him.
Every match is new for him. One master stroke of his, I felt, was against Liverpool. Because we all know against the pace of Salah and Mane.
Yes.
Like they tear through. Once they get past the center or something and they're 2 against 1, there's no chance that they are going to score. It's a fact.
Yes, yeah.
One thing I loved that Simeone did was he had an umbrella like outside the box. He had 4 players just waiting, just plainly to stop the counter, if nothing. He had players to score.
And also he set up a defensive, he set his defense like to counter the crosses, because Trent was there. Trent is always filled with crosses. Robertson is also there on the left. They both rely way too much on crossing. And Liverpool has been, the main game is crossing. So if you fill up your box with players, and Diego Simeone has tall players. He has nice defensively sound players.
Atletico is one of the, if not the best defensive team in the La Liga.
One of the best, surely.
One of the best in Europe.
And they know how to defend, actually. And Leipzig also, they are without Timo Werner, and it'll be a huge factor.
Timo Werner will be a huge factor because like 28 goals in the league.
Seriously, yeah.
That's a big number. It's more than Messi. It won't be fair to compare, but it's still Messi in the end.
Yes,
so,
actually, he's more.
Yeah, Werner has 28 goals.
And also another player that I like to talk about is Nkunku, because the attacking midfielder.
Nkunku, 13 assists in the league.
Yes, 13.
Yeah, in like the way he plays, more than the numbers, the way he plays, the way he makes his runs, the way he gets his goals, the way he gets his assists, the way he creates chances, just incredible.
He's a different kind of a player. I mean, he's different.
You can't define him, basically. You just have to watch him.
Yes, we have to. I haven't seen him play mostly. I've just seen him play once or twice, maybe on YouTube sometime. But I actually don't know how well he plays, but I've seen the numbers. They are
the
nice.
Thing is, see, you've seen the YouTube, you've seen some highlights, you know the quality of the player.
Yes.
You take numbers, 13 assists in the league, you know the quantity of the player. He has both. So he could be a big factor. And you take Schick. Schick has 10 goals in the league.
Yeah, Patrick Schick.
And Marcel Spitzer, he has 4 goals and 2 assists. In UCL, that is.
What I feel, if Atletico will play the game, if Joao Felix, Diego Costa, Correa, if all these players will know what they have to do, because they have to score. Of course, this is a game in which they have to score. So whichever team scores first will have the best advantage. I don't think so. This game will be showering with goals. I think so. This is just a one goal game. So
I feel it's a 1-goal game.
If Atletico gets 1 goal, they are great at defending.
They fall back.
They'll fall back. They are great at defending that lead.
Plus, we have to mention the wall at the back.
Jan Oblak.
Man of the match for Liverpool.
Seriously.
In my eyes.
Yeah,
no
that
question.
guy is unbelievable. Yes, I know.
The guy is completely unbelievable. Plus, Morata has been in decent touch. He scored good. He scored against.
I don't know why, but I just want Joao Felix to start performing, because he shows promise. That guy has potential, and I really want him to, hold that mantle that Griezmann left for him. So
he has.
This could be his game.
He needs to show the numbers.
Yeah, he has to show some numbers, and this could be his game. He could, say, yeah, okay, fine, I got this opportunity. So I'll show myself. I'll prove my word. That 120 million price tag, bro, you have to do it now. If not now, then when?
He's had his fair share of bad luck,
bad luck. But I think so that this could be a big break for him, because after the coronavirus break that we got, he has recovered.
He
has been
comeback play.
Yeah, actually.
I feel it's a 1-0 game. The thing, I think it's that because I feel Atletico is going to win, just purely because of one fact that Diego Simeone has never lost a UCL knockout fixture against a team that has not featured Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay. Yeah, that actually is a nice fact.
They haven't lost. Once in the finals, twice in the semis, and last
they have been knocked out by CR7 only.
They've never won a UCL, and every time they've been knocked by CR7.
Shit. You all should be fearing CR7. Oh my god.
So yeah, and
Prediction?
the thing,
What would be your
my
prediction?
prediction is 1-0 for Atletico, because had I been thinking Leipzig will win, which I don't because of the loss of Timo Werner,
Yeah, they are.
they won't set up at the back. Even if they do score the first goal, they won't really park the bus, because that's not their
They
strength.
cannot park the bus. They won't be able to do that, because if they are not able to
can't do
score
it.
it, what's the point in parking the bus?
No, exactly.
And
So
about-
I don't think they have the edge against
Yes.
Simeone.
So I also made up my prediction like that. I went for 2-0 Atletico Madrid, and we'll focus our attention on our next game. That is one of the best clashes, if I say, Atlanta versus PSG.
Atlanta, one of the other dark horses.
Seriously, they
Of
have
the
been in free
UCL.
scoring form. They have scored a total of 96 goals, I think so, this season.
96 goals in the season. That's the highest by a huge number. But they have been slightly sloppy at the. I mean, I can't say too sloppy. They've been slightly,
slightly.
because they've conceded 1/4 goals a game. They've conceded 1.25 goals every game.
Shit. And they're coming up against a team who love
Free
to score.
scoring. Mbappe is injured. Yes. he will be
Neymar, they
missing
have
out
Neymar,
on-
they have Icardi, they have Di Maria. I mean, all of the players, they can score from anywhere.
They can score from pens, they can score from free kicks, they can score from long range, they can score from inside the box. They have a free run. That's a huge problem that Atlanta will have. But talking about free scoring, Atlanta is also a free scoring team.
actually.
Ilicic,
Ilicic
4
has
goals
been in-
last game against Valencia. That
Valencia.
is in the UCL. 4 players in Atlanta who have 15 plus goals and assists in the season.
Individually.
Individually, that's Ilicic, Alejandro Gomez, Duvan Zapata, and Luis Muriel.
Yeah.
And 6
assists.
players, 10 plus goals and assists.
So-
These are huge numbers.
It will take some stopping. I don't think so. I mean, if Atlanta is able to do this in Serie A, what will it take for PSG to stop them from scoring against them?
Yeah, and their defense, they do have a veteran in Thiago Silva.
Okay,
They do
Thiago
have,
Silva is there.
Marquinhos is decent, and Keylor Navas is also good, but you should still understand the fact that Atlanta is extremely free scoring. It
Yeah.
won't take a decent defense
Because
to stop them.
what I see is, although PSG has got the best squad with Neymar, Icardi, Di Maria and all, they have got decent, not decent, they've got world-class strikers, but they haven't played a competitive game in a long time. And Atlanta
Prince League,
has...
the same as Leon.
Yeah, same as Leon. And Atlanta has been doing it. They have been grinding. And now what they just need to do is do what they have been doing.
They just continue the same. Okay, not exactly continue because of their recent form.
Yeah,
It's
recent
not
form,
been-
they just don't have to concede. If defensively they are sound, so PSG definitely is gonna put their players, they're gonna attack more, leave spaces. Same, because Atlanta is so good on counters again.
Yeah, and pretty much I don't think they'll have any problem in scoring the goal. The one thing I don't think they'll have a problem is keeping their leads.
Yeah.
They score and they concede.
So, what would be your prediction for this game?
The thing is, both teams are not known for the defense. Let's be honest here. They're both known for very high scoring teams.
Definitely.
You take both their previous legs, Valencia versus Atlanta, it was like
8-4 aggregate.
8-4. And PSG Borussia Dortmund was also a very high scoring
Yeah,
one. It
of
was
course.
not based on holding.
And
both-
PSG showed that they are not gonna take the beating, because in the first leg when Dortmund defeated them, in the second leg when they came to play at the Parc des Princes, PSG were terrific. Yeah.
They came back and won. And the thing is, but yeah, coming to the point here, I feel it's going to be a game of who scores the more goals. So
Yeah,
I
so-
think it will be a 3-2 win minimum for PSG.
3-2 PSG. Okay, so because they are defensively more sound than what Atlanta is, I would go for a 2-1 win for PSG. So let's wrap it up quickly, revising the results.
Yeah.
What we feel is Barcelona will be defeating Napoli. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And if they defeat Napoli, then they'll be facing Bayern, who are definitely gonna beat Chelsea. So we can see Barca versus Bayern, and then
Yeah.
we have went for City defeating Real Madrid and Juventus defeating Leon. So that means City will be playing Juventus. Yes, and then we saw Atletico Madrid against Leipzig, and we predicted for
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid going
Atletico
ahead.
win.
Of course, and the last game is Atlanta versus PSG in which PSG will be
take the
winning. So that's actually wraps up our video, and this was a great discussion. It was nice to have you on our channel.
Yeah, my pleasure.
So we'll be seeing a lot of you while we'll be covering this UEFA Champions League.
Yeah, sure.
I hope the viewers will also want to see you, because you have given
Yeah,
us
hopefully.
you have given quite nice facts and stats. That was a good talk, and I'll see you next time. So take care. Good night.
You too, yeah. Mate.
Okay.
Stay away from the corona.
Of course, I try every day to stay away from that shit. Good night for you. I'll see you. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye. Yeah, good night.
So there you have it, guys. I think so I should be wrapping up this video, because it took quite a while for recording and preparation of this video. I hope you like the analysis. I hope you like our talks, and we will be covering the UEFA Champions League matches. We'll be talking about the pre-match, most probably the post-match analysis, and I hope that I'll be seeing you guys over here to discuss the video. So just let me know what you think about the video in the comment section. Do remember to like, drop that subscribe. Just do it, man. It'll help the channel grow. I'll see you next time. Of course, peace out.